Welcome to an A and B conversation. Here we talk about purpose, creativity, and the everyday moments who shape who we're becoming. This isn't about having all the answers, it's about asking good questions, leaning into growth, and discovering what happens when two perspectives come together. So take a deep breath and join us for a brand new season of an A and B conversation.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year.
right? Happy 2026.
Yes.
Does that sound wild?
Yeah.
It really does. It's
Yeah.
like, what? How in the world did we
Yes.
get here? Oh my
I
goodness.
don't know, but
Well, 2025 was, a kick in the pants a little bit, ups and downs. I feel like ebbs and flows, you
yes.
know,
Yes.
some
Big
good
time.
things, some not so good things, but
Yeah, lots of not so good things, but
it's a good
it's
thing
how we get through it. Well,
for
let's
sure,
just
for sure.
start ourselves
Oh,
nice and fresh and be happy and
always, always. It's
cheery
a new
and
year. It's a new
hmm
year.
New year, new things.
Plus,
I don't
right?
do resolutions, so
Neither do I, but I do. My best friend and I have been doing this for the past, I don't know, 20 something years, is not resolutions, but we have like a word or a phrase for
yes,
the
I do
year
that every
or
year.
like a theme, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, the resolution thing, I think sometimes that it's a personality thing. I think sometimes it's a good thing for some people. Maybe they need to have,
Yeah, maybe.
I think goals are probably better than
Yeah.
resolution. I have to do this. I feel like
Yeah.
that's not a
Well,
sure.
you're resolving to do something rather than because I'm this year for me, my it's a kind of a two-part thing. So I'm going to be intentionally joyful
Ah,
and
like
do everything with joyful intention.
ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. That is awesome.
Because if I don't, then why am I doing it?
Okay.
So it makes me stop and think if I can choose. So I can choose joy, I can choose, and I
Yes.
can, and I can make it the choice to do that. And then when I go to do something or get involved in something or say yes to something, am I doing it with joyful intention? So
Yes.
rather than letting it be a burden. So I don't,
Or an
we carry
obligation.
or an
Yeah.
obligation. It needs to
Yes.
be done with the right heart. And
Oh,
so
I like that.
yes, so
I
that's,
think that's awesome because you need to do things that bring you joy. And if
yeah.
something doesn't bring you joy, then why are we?
Then why am I doing it? Or do I need to change my perspective to make it more joyful?
Ooh, ooh, I like that.
So
Oh, that's
examining
awesome.
like there's things that you got to make it be in so I'm trying to intend for what
Yes.
I'm doing to be something joyful that brings me joy.
I love that. I love
Whether
now.
it's and it doesn't matter what it is. It's just
Yeah.
looking at things and giving people a different example of maybe how to live through very tough times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I've had to do over a year
Over a
now.
year. Yep.
And, being able to do things in a way that ask people, why, how come she's joyful?
And you know what? You're allowed to be joyful.
No, but asking people are like, why, after all these things you've gone through,
Yeah.
how are you able to do it? And, me being able to answer that.
Yeah, true. And you know what? And to help other people because other people have gone through what you've gone through. And how can you maybe help them? And
Correct.
in turn, it helps you too. Because
Yes.
I
Yeah.
feel like when you do help someone else go through something,
Hmm.
it does, it gives you joy, right? It does give you some joy to help
Yeah.
others,
Yeah. Joy and happy are two different things. Happy is
True.
an emotion and joy is a, a heart, mind. It's a choice. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
choices. And
Yeah.
attitude is a choice.
And for you too, like it's okay for you to have joy and it's okay for you to have happiness. Like you're allowed. Like that's you
Yeah.
have to give yourself permission
Yes.
to to do that. And I think a lot of people don't. Or sometimes they feel like outsiders. It's like, "Oh, how could you? How could you be happy?" Like, Well,
Yeah.
you need to
Well,
be.
and
You need to.
for especially, for me, it's
Yeah.
creating a new normal. And what's that
Yes.
new normal? And how does that look? So Paul and I, planning big trips.
Trips. Yeah.
That's what we're doing is we're planning big trips and we're not limiting um what we're doing, where we're going, or, oh, it's expensive. Who cares?
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
was funny because when we went, we were just away at Christmas in a beautiful community, gorgeous, lovely lake community.
Hmm.
And we started talking, would we really want to buy a vacation property here? Or do we really want to buy another vacation property that we feel like we have to go to? Or should we just travel?
Yes. I
And
think
so
just traveling is
we have
a great.
decided rather than buying a property, taking that money and,
Yeah.
continually investing it and going on nice vacations.
Yeah. Nice trips. No, I
Really,
think that's a great idea. I mean, we finally went on a big trip
finally.
this year. Finally, it's been like over 10 years since
Oh
we've been
yeah,
on a big trip. And actually, this is the first time just the two of us. I, all of our
on
big
a big
trips,
trip.
long
Yeah.
trips, yeah, like an extended period of
Well,
time
where
with
you
other
weren't going for
people.
like an event either.
Or yes, yes, we weren't going for an event
Yeah,
or
when
something
you
or
went
with
down
a
for
lot
that
of
wedding,
people.
or there's always these
There's
trips that
always
you're
something.
going, but you're going to something, not just going on vacation and
Yes.
relaxing.
Yes. So that was finally, and I mean, talking back to, like finances and whatnot, I've always, I grew up very like scared of spending money,
Hmm.
and so I still have that little thing in my head of like, oh, we can't do this. But it's like you said, it's okay sometimes to go do those things if, again, if your means are there and
Right.
not be scared that
Well, yeah, it's not about living,
not
it's
living
also
beyond our
living
means,
within your
but
capability,
exactly,
but, and
exactly.
not overextending yourself, making it
Exactly.
stressful. But
But
that's
for
why
me, I've
we're
always been like nervous, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to spend any money in my savings account that I've saved for this,
for these things.
like
Yeah.
exactly for these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, it's okay. Can do that. No, I think it's important for us to do things that bring us joy because what else are we doing then? Right?
You're doing. Yeah.
So I love that that's what your intention, because it is an intention to an intention.
Yeah.
I love the play on words. It's funny because my best friend's, hers was a little play on words as well. So it's like, oh, that's kind of cool how
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is. Mine is just a word this year. It's resilience. So
Mm.
I think that's a big one for me. And it's real cute. I'm going to show you this that my best friend made for me. It's a little plaque and
Oh,
you can see, and
superhuman
it's a picture
resilience.
of us
Oh,
and resilient, and
nice.
it's really nice. I have it up in my Pilates room because sometimes we forget like what was our intention for the year.
Yeah.
You get busy, you kind of forget, you get lost in whatever's going on, and it's kind of nice to have that reminder of like, okay, this is my focus or my theme of
Yeah.
the year, and to just try to bring it all together, and to think about it. Part of me can't even remember what my word and theme was for 2025. I'm like,
Hmm.
what was it? It might have been boundaries, but boundaries have been that one's been a word.
That
That
one
one's been a
hasn't really
common.
worked so well for you this last year.
Yes, yes. This last year I've had, like I've had good things. I've actually seen you in person 3 times this in
I know.
2025.
Yes.
That was awesome,
Yeah.
even though they weren't all for good
Not
reasons.
for great reasons, but that's okay.
But that's okay.
Okay.
One was a great reason because I went out
But
to see for
again,
your
and
birthday.
that's creating, a new normal and a new for
Yeah,
me and for Paul, it's creating something new and normal and something for us to look forward to. It gives us and
100%.
and honestly, um, like we did the holidays differently, which we
Hmm.
probably will going forward. And some people may not like it, but that's okay.
But
We have
again, it
We
brought
have
you joy to
exactly.
do
We have to
that.
do it. We have to do what we have to do
Yeah,
to, um, you know, create our uh, new normal.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Huh?
No, I think that's perfect. You have to, and not worry about other people. I mean, we've had to do that the last several years, come to the holidays, but it's what's going to be less stressful for us.
Right.
It's our little family, which is just and me, and now just Rebel. So
Yeah.
it's just our
That's
little
like
family,
Paul and I. It's
and
Paul and
yeah,
Milo, and then
and
we
close
bring
friends.
others in
That's what I
to,
was gonna say.
yeah. Then you bring
Yep.
others into that fold that are, you know, that'll enjoy it and participate with you.
And not be stressful. Because
Yes.
when it comes to holiday stuff, it
Yeah.
can be so stressful, you
Yeah.
know, and that's the last thing we need during that time
No.
is high
No, and
stress.
this year was really, real. I was, we needed it after last year.
Mhm.
Last Christmas was absolutely
Oh,
the worst,
brutal, brutal.
brutal,
Hmm.
and it was the worst.
Yeah.
And so this year was a much different, much more peaceful. Because we were at Lake Oconee in Georgia, and it was 75 degrees,
I
and we
know. It was nice.
school, and it was really, really relaxing. And it's such a beautiful community. That Ritz-Carlton there is absolutely stunning.
Green.
And it's just peaceful. And they gave us a
Yeah.
great view room of the lake, and it was terrific. And we had some great food, and we just kind of kicked back. We, you know, just enjoyed being still for a bit. That's my other thing, is really taking moments to just, read and be still, doing my devotionals. I changed out my Bible this year. There's this little teeny tiny incredible Christian publisher in town. It's a little teeny store, teeny
Mm.
tiny. I took Paul in there because this is the whole thing. And I went, yep, that's it. Size of a closet, but adorable. And she does these spiral bound Bibles with bigger print and space with lines, space
Because
with lines
nowadays,
to write, take notes.
nowadays, bigger
And
print.
it was terrific, but it's bigger and so I got that. And so doing that and devotionals every day. I'm doing back with my Bible study group, but I'm doing this other one on my own.
Mm.
It's called what is it? It's the 52 weeks of the names of God. So I'm going to each week just take it. Yeah, it's praying the names of God for
Oh,
52 weeks.
interesting.
And so I'm going to do that because it takes you through either the Greek definition of the name, the Hebrew definition of the name, or the Aramaic, depending on whether it's in the Old Testament or the New Testament. So it's
Oh,
also educational. So I'm just trying to take moments to, you know, use that stillness to just kind of connect with, where I am.
and that brings you peace too, on top of
It
it all,
really
right?
does.
That gives
Yeah.
you peace
Yes.
and joy, right? Because that's an
Yes. Yes.
intention of inner
Yes.
joy. See, that's
Yes.
awesome. I love just having those kinds of things rather than I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to do this, which I think goals are really great. Like if, having
Right.
a goal of I'm going to be healthier, I'm going to take, healthier brain
rather than
and
putting
body.
rather than putting finite limits
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
not and maybe setting yourself up for failure is why people don't stick with
True.
resolutions
True.
versus um setting goals, or
Setting goals or intentions.
yes,
No.
or just putting yourself in something, give yourself reasonable,
Hmm.
but don't putting too sometimes people
Much
put way too
pressure.
many expectations and pressure on themselves, which then causes it to be stressful, causes it
Hmm.
to, not result in, what
Yeah.
people are looking for.
And it's okay to have some setbacks because we always have setbacks.
Well, you
There's always
learn from
something
setbacks.
you learn and you move forward and not beating yourself up for,
Yeah. Yeah.
any little setback.
Yeah.
So no, so that's great. And if anybody out in our little universe here have any other suggestions or maybe what your theme happens to be, or if you have
Right.
a theme of the year, you have little goals and like I think Like my theme is the resilience, but I do have goals on top of it too.
Right.
Right. So having some goals, like I do want to do another Pilates retreat, probably be back in the fall again. I've had several people ask me about it. So it's
That's
like, okay,
great.
I think maybe I'm ready to do it again. I wasn't ready the last 2 years because there was a
Mm-mm.
lot, 2025 and 2024, there were so many things that went on that I'm like, I just can't, I'm not in the right mindset
Right.
for that. So now I'm hoping this year, which is weird, 2026. I'm a odd number girl. I don't know if you relate to numbers at all,
I
but
do. Yeah, I understand. I do prefer odd numbers too. It's weird.
I'm an odd number girl. So that's why, 2025, I thought, yeah, no, it was not so great, but that's okay. You know,
Yeah.
it'll be 2026, hopefully. And I guess I'm going to try to make it. That's a thing too, is make it a good year. I'm going to try to make
Right.
it a good year,
Yeah.
and do these different things. Like I said, that's a goal.
Or see it from a different perspective of how you might handle it differently if something reoccurs this year.
True. Very true. Very true. That's a good way to view
To say,
it.
oh, I dealt with this last year. How am I going to
Exactly.
deal with it this year?
Yes. Yes. One thing I did do is because I've had some family things is I wrote a letter, not
We
necessarily
talked
to
about
give.
that.
We
Yeah.
talked about that. Not necessarily to give, but it was,
It's a letter to yourself, really.
yeah, and it was nice because it took all the stuff in my brain that
Yeah.
would just constantly go and put it on paper, and then
Yeah.
it's like, I can put that away.
Well, give you clarity.
Totally. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. So that was something I did, at the end of the year, end of
Right. Well, because
2025.
like in the situation that you were dealing with,
Mhm.
it really would the letter handing it, would it have changed anything? I think that was our conversation.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
give this to someone,
Yeah.
are they going to take it as it is intended? Or is it going to
Yeah.
create
More
more issues?
problems.
And so there are times where you say, well, that was a healing moment for you.
Hmm.
And that's
And you
what
know
you
what?
needed to do.
It
And that's
and
part of your resilience exercise. You've started
true,
it last
true,
year.
true. You're right. You're right. Because you know what? Just because you say something to someone or whatever doesn't mean they're
Yeah.
going to get it. What is the word I'm
Yeah,
looking
and it
for?
may not
They're
change the
going to,
situation at
it
all.
might not change. They might not receive what you're
Mm-mm.
saying. It might not make them go, huh, I didn't think of
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
That's okay, is
Yeah.
what it is, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so starting that whole resilience and moving forward, had a lot of things with, Justin's work, and it's like,
Health.
okay, health things,
Both
and
of you have had health stuff, and it's been
yeah, just wow.
it was bump. It was like constant.
Yeah,
It was
it was.
constant.
I want
It
to
was
say,
constant.
especially the last, what,
six
third of
months.
the year, the last
Last
third.
6 months, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. So, yeah, and losing Brutus was really hard. So then, that just
Yeah.
compounds things. But,
Yes. Oh yeah. No, it
so, but,
does.
but
Well,
we're,
we're also trying,
we're just
stuff. We're doing that video where we are learning to
release.
release the trauma,
Yes.
the stress, the tension, because nobody's ever taught
How to
humans
do that.
how to do it the way for your body's natural release. We're always, which was
You
kind of
know,
interesting and fun and different, and I'm going to keep doing
right?
it because I think it's ultimately going to, you know, help with so many different things.
I think we should link that video
We
on
definitely
this
should, but we
because
should just do
we
the
could,
next time we do a podcast, maybe let's do it for a couple of times
ooh, yeah.
and do it and then write notes about what it is and pull the link up to the thing and maybe
Hmm.
do a little more research on it because it's
Yeah.
really interesting and his words were so simple
Yeah.
about this is how your body responds to things and we tend to
Hmm.
close up and shrink inward in our
Yeah.
fight or flight rather than feeling safe and letting go. And
Open.
so yeah, and so that'll be, I think we should try and do that. And then we can link that video and kind of give our
Absolutely.
experience because it's going to do different things for different people.
Oh, 100%. And it's interesting to hear how it affects you, how it affected me, how it affects somebody else.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm going to have Justin do the video with me today, and I want
Yeah.
to see or feel or not feel, hear his experience
Yes.
too. It
Yeah.
was,
'Cause it's quite something.
yeah, very interesting. Easy. Anybody can do it. It's not like you have to have anything special. You just need your mat and your body.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
all. That's
And
all.
this
And it
video
didn't
until you
take
get
long.
used to until you
20
get used
minutes.
to list, going through the whole thing. It's a I don't remember what it's called, but I'll tell you
Yeah.
what it's called. I got it. I'll find it.
Well, we'll have to so
Give
we'll
me a
have to
minute,
link
and then
it.
we'll go and actually figure it out for people.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think it's something really cool. And I
Oh
felt it
yeah.
was meditative too
It's
for
it's
me.
TRE. It's some kind of deep tissue release. It's like a deep
Is it
release.
like trauma release something,
Yes, something.
right?
TRE
TRE.
release, and it's by this doctor, and he's got it on YouTube. But we got to do a little more because I guess there's exercises attached to it too, which could be
Yeah, I think
interesting
so. I
to
think
find
he
out
says
more
it in the
info.
very beginning. In the very beginning, he says there's 7 exercises, but this is just like a piece of it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but I
We'll
think
get
it's
we'll
good
get
for
more info on
anybody
it.
because who hasn't gone through something? I think
Everybody does.
everybody's gone through something, whether it's big, small, whatever, it's all very individual.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that like I was saying, it brought me to almost feeling meditative because I was just listening to what he was saying, and
Hmm.
sometimes he wasn't saying anything. And I had my eyes closed for a lot of
Yeah.
it too. Every once in a while I kind of glanced, but I had my eyes closed, so it felt very meditative and therapeutic.
Right.
And
Right.
so it was really cool. So I
Well, and I
think,
think it's also meant to be healing because
oh, yeah.
our body stores um, trauma.
Yep, 100%,
It
100%.
stores it all. And if we don't release it, I think there's chronic disease probably, um,
Oh gosh, yeah.
depression. There's all these things that have probably stem from us not being able to uh, get rid of or let go of that
Hmm.
stuff that our
Hmm.
body actually stores. We may feel
Yep.
okay, but the body handles things very differently.
Yeah, I think stress is such a big trigger for certain diseases, and we may
Hmm.
not realize it, but if you don't deal with it, then it's going to come out somewhere or another.
Oh, it comes out somewhere.
And what a perfect time. That's the beginning of the year. Let's do some releasing,
Exactly.
release the old from last year or however many years or whatever. Something could have happened to you 20 years ago, you
Yeah,
know?
and you've never dealt
And
with it.
exactly. And
And the body
so,
holds on to that.
yep, what a great beginning of the year thing to do and
Exactly.
give yourself.
Well, because
And it's
especially
funny.
with trauma, chronic pain is usually caused, like if you have a recurring something going on, there's definitely probably a reason for it. Um,
Hmm.
and if you've gone to every doctor on the planet and can't figure it out, most of
Yeah.
the time it's probably something that's been emotionally stored up within your tissue. And I know it sounds like new agey, but it's
Hmm.
just the natural, your nerve endings, everything when you do this stuff. It's crazy
Yeah.
that it,
It's so funny what you were saying with like the hocus pocus is
yeah,
Justin had done it wasn't meditation, it was a mindfulness course he took.
yeah, yeah.
And so he uses it at work and he helps others because he does a lot of peer support. And he'll first tell them, he'll go, this is some hokey pokey shit, but it works. And he says that to every single
Seriously, it
time. And
sounds
he's
like
like,
here's some of
it
this stuff
sounds
going.
weird,
This
but
sounds weird, but it
exactly.
works. It's like
It does.
restorative yoga. It's the same thing. It sounds weird that you're going to lay there
Right?
in this one pose for, 5 to 10 minutes and it's going to do something.
Yeah.
And it does.
And it does. Exactly. And I
So,
think that's a great like beginning of our, this is our 2026
Yeah.
this podcast of the year. I think
Yeah.
it's great intention. I love your intention of joy and joy to be intent. I love
Yeah.
the play on it, and I think it's awesome. And resilience, I think we both need that in our life too, is resilience.
Well, I think too, between you and I, we
Yeah,
really are resilient. We just have to
true.
recognize that we're
Tap
resilient.
into it.
And I think for you, it's a reminder that
It is a reminder.
a reminder every day, remember that I'm resilient. And I
Yeah.
think it's more about, for you, it's definitely more of a, instead of questioning whether you're resilient,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
reminding yourself you're,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
having other people, but by having that word that
Mm-hmm.
people close to you know, they can remind you, remember, you are extremely resilient. Look at all the stuff you've gone through.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
Yes, I like it. I
yeah,
like it.
so it's a key word for the rest of us, for you,
It
for
is a key word. I love it all. And like I was saying, if anybody else out there has something to add to this, if you have
or
other
something that
intentions.
you do at the start of the year.
Exactly. Yeah, some people might have something they do every start of the year, like this is
Yeah.
my theme or what I'm gonna,
Yeah.
plan for the year. I think it's great. I think it's important. And I think it's also good to reassess.
Yes.
After a few months, you reassess. Maybe it changed a little bit too.
And
You
that's
know,
okay.
yeah, reevaluate everything.
Exactly.
Yes. Yay. Well, Happy New
Well,
Year, my
Happy New Year
friend.
to everybody. Well, I'm sure
Yes.
we'll have many more topics this year, and
Yes.
we want to make it fun, and we want to kind of reintroduce it. We learned a lot last year
Yes.
from doing it.
Yes. Yes. And if
We
there's
learned
anything
a
out
lot.
there
Yeah.
anybody else wants to know or do or
Or
whatever,
has an idea, or wants to get on here with us and chat.
yes. Yes,
I'll
anyone
take
wants to
it.
get on here, chat, because again, we are our intention of doing this podcast was women supporting women,
Yeah.
and that's what we're trying to do.
Yep.
We want to help each other out
Yes.
because we have to. We need to.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, Happy
Alrighty.
New
Well, until
Year.
next time, Happy New Year.
Yes.
Remember, always extend yourself a little bit of grace.
Yes, always.